What's happening? So, if you was here for the last video, you seen the motor go in the Jeep. Well, we got her in the Jeep. It's there, but we still got to put the transmission, the transfer case, the cross members, all that good jazz back in it as well. And I think that's what we're going to try to focus on doing today. Once we get all that in there, we can then... We still got to get our high pressure fuel lines. Got to run the Bowling Green, grab those. Still waiting on my water tank to get welded up. Got to get that. And our wiring harness. My main goal is to get it running and driving. And this is August the 29th, I think, 30th, something like that. So the end of the month. So September, fall time is here. I want to drive this freaking thing this fall. I want to wheel it, you know, see what I've screwed up on, what doesn't work, what works. That way we can have all winter to tear it back apart and do that good jazz. So yeah, let's quit talking and get to work. Let's get this transmission in. Alright guys, so sorry to break into your video here. Got just a quick minute though. I'm actually running down here to Clarksville, Tennessee for the moment to go look at a job. But this job's sort of unique. You know, it's got to do with Jeeps. We're going down here to actually look at cleaning a building and doing some cleaning, odd end stuff for Music City 4x4. I don't know if you've ever heard of them or not, but I know the owners. I've known them for several years. We actually used to do some wheeling together, but I hadn't done none in a long time with him. So, long story short though, hoping to catch the glimpse. He's always got a super sick Jeep. It's always like decked out to the hills and the latest and greatest of everything. So, who knows? If we catch a glimpse of it, might take some videos of it for you. Check this unit out. My goodness. Hey, so I hate to break into this fine video you're watching here, but if you like this stuff, subscribe, help a brother out. You know, I need to know if you like it or not. At least comment and say, this is garbage. Or, you know, this is somewhat interesting. You know, I might waste 10 minutes of my life and watch this. So yeah, be a kind man. If you ain't got nothing good to say, well, you know, hey, at least put it in the comments, let me know. But so, like I said, if you like this stuff, if you want to see me do something different with it, if the diesel motor is not for you, that's great, because it's probably not going anywhere in this Jeep, at least. That don't mean we can't buy more. We can go buy another Jeep. Put I don't know, what all the rest of you guys do. Put LS in it. No, probably not going to do that. I could go buy one with an LS very easily. So, but you can't buy one with the 5.9 Cummins in it. I mean, if you can, it's 50 grand. Your boy ain't got 50 grand to blow. So, yeah, like I said, if you guys like this, be sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, let's get back to this cool video here. All right, so we managed to pick up our high pressure fuel, there they are, fuel lines earlier. I don't think these are the exact ones that I had loaned out, but they're pretty close. I mean, they're just a little more dingy. So I think what I'm gonna do is run these outside and run some, I don't know, some soap, some hot water through them. Not through them, but over them. Try to get them cleaned up a little bit. And who knows, we might throw a quick coat of paint on them. I don't know, just we'll see how good they look when they clean up. But yeah, we're gonna get these thrown on today, as well as, what else? We gotta get our intake plenum manifold, whatever you want to call it, played on there for our horn and everything. And then yeah, let's try to get this wiring harness thrown back on as well, and keep plugging away. I do have to get the transfer case mounted up, as well as the rear drive shaft, and then everything's in as far as that. Obviously, we don't have a front drive shaft yet, but our Dana 60s, you know, the internals, it's gutless anyway. So mainly just because I'm still undecided on what gear ratio I want to have in the Jeep. Right now we've got 410s in the back, and I think that's going to be our go-to gear. I actually have some 373s or 372s, whatever they are, over there on the shelf for the rear, because I have 371s or whatever for the front. But I think we're going to stick with the 410s that's in the back. So I'll probably send those back, buy a new set of gears for the front axle. And who knows? I do have a couple, 2 or 3 air lockers under here as well. So we're gonna figure out if that's the route we're gonna go and put some air lockers in, or if we're gonna do something different. I'm sort of still undecided on that. So my main goal is to get it running and driving down the road so that I can, know exactly what gear set I want to go in with it. So let's go ahead and get those lines cleaned up and try to get those thrown on. All right, let's get these U-bolts, or whatever you want to call them, around this universal joint here. You remember that song? What song was that? Can you check? Well, that ain't gonna work. What in the world? What do I gotta do here? Oh, maybe if I rotate it. There we go. That's right. She can set my truck on fire, rolling out of hell, and I still wouldn't trade it for a Coupe de Ville. No, that ain't the song, is it? Something about his universal joint went out, so he had to stick his finger in there or something like that. How does that work exactly? Or am I thinking of something different here? When I think of a universal joint, this is what I think of. Not something you can stick a finger in. All right, so once again, just so we're on the same page here, we've got the engine, the transmission, the transfer case, all the cross members bolted in, tightened. We've got our fuel lines ran, just got to hook them up. Or our fuel lines ran, our return line is the only thing. I've got to go pick up a fitting for that today. Our intercooler piping, got to order some parts for that, and got to put our rear drive line in. That'll take all of 2 seconds. My next goal is to, 1, go over the wiring harness here. We're going to clean that up. And 2, my front axle here is actually about 4 degrees forward, whatever forward's called. I need it to be 4 degrees back. So That'll be a pretty simple fix. All we are going to do is likely rotate our upper links in and possibly our lower links out. I just did that backwards, but either way, she's steering on her toes. I need to bring her back to her heels a little bit. The other day when we was driving it, it was all over the place, darting around, and I thought I'd had this set up right, but I did not. I had the camber, is that right? Camber? Caster, yeah, either way, she's steering on the toes, so I had it backwards. It needs to be like this, just a little bit, not a lot. It's 4 degrees forward. I need to go -4 and then -4 more. So that's what we're gonna do. And hopefully that'll be on the next video. We do gotta still put the oil in it, put a new filter on it, fill it with oil. Our transfer case transmission's good on oil. Yeah, and then once we get this wiring harness done, we're going to start working on our headlight harnesses, our turn signals, rock lights, you know, the 9, you know, the everything everybody else has got. You've got to do it. All right, guys, so that's going to be it for this video today. Come on, it's Sunday. I don't know, I think it's noontime. We've got a birthday party to get to here around 2 o'clock, so I want to stop a little early, go get cleaned up, might start editing this video to try to get it out to you today. That would be ideal, because if I wait, you know how that goes. Well, before you know it, it's 6 months later. So we're making leaps and bounds of progress on here. We've still got things like our, this thingamabob to hook up, our clutch slave cylinder. We got that to install. We've got a couple more things to do. Got to figure out what we're going to do with our throttle cableage here, because that was set up for the P-pump, but that's no big deal. We'll just have to do some modifying. We do have to go ahead and build our intercooler, or our intercooler. We're non-intercooling this motor just for the time being. I'm eventually going to intercool it, but it's going to be a little bit of measuring, finagling, modifying. Some people call it fabrication work. So got a lot more of that to do. We've got to still clean up our engine harness. I've been neglecting that. I've got to go order some wire looms, some nice, you know, the nice stuff. I want to make sure I do that right. And yeah, we're getting her together. So hopefully, maybe the next video, maybe the next one, I don't know. You know, we'll have her running. We're knocking down the punch list, so that's good. So yeah, if you guys like this stuff, be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.